You hear that? That is the sound of my bread machine, because when you're making cinnamon rolls, kneading all that dough is a lot of work. So I let Pancha do all the work here. Because tomorrow my lucky customer is going to be picking up an order of my fabulous cinnamon rolls, and they are no joke. So tonight the kitchen smells like cinnamon, but tomorrow morning my customer gets to pick up an order of her cinnamon rolls that she's been waiting for, because around here Saturdays are the day to pick up your cinnamon rolls from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, I did say that Pancha was going to do all the work, but what I mean is that Pancha is kneading the dough. She's not assembling and rolling it out and doing all that other good stuff that we do when we make cinnamon rolls. That is what I'm for. But I don't know. I feel like I'm going to end up having to have like one of those like mixers, those dough mixers, because I'm always making bread. I no longer buy bread from the store. And when you start to make your own homemade bread, girl, why would you? So, oh my God, there's going to be one more gadget from my kitchen. Oh, you hear her? Let's go over. Let's have a peek. See that? This is Pancha. I could tell you a story about Pancha. The reason I have this bread machine for so long, I've had her for almost about 30 years, since my littlest, my daughter, was tiny. I was making bread one day, and I strictly making bread in the bread machine. And I went off to make the beds. And while I was doing so, I had the bread machine running, and I heard a huge boom crash, and I ran into the kitchen, and this machine had fallen off of the counter because it was just kind of like vibrating a little bit. It does have rubber feet, but anyway, it fell off the counter, and when I found it, it was laying on its side, and the lid cracked. So you can see like the little hinge is off there. You see that little hinge there? It's off. I never replaced it, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it is a workhorse. Even though it had fallen off the counter onto a hard tile Arizona floor, honey, it kept working. It kept boop boop making that sound and kneading and kneading. And that was about 30 years ago. My baby is 30 years old now, so that's when I bought it. And it's an Oster, which is a very old name. So yeah, little fun fact around this kitchen.